Why did God gather the waters before forming the land? And what does that say about creation, nature, and even our own spiritual lives? Then God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. Genesis 1:9. St. Basil the Great explains, before the earth could appear, it was covered by a veil of water. He says, "Let the waters be gathered together." The veil is lifted, and the dry land appears. He emphasizes that this wasn't merely natural gravity. God gave a command that determined the course of nature itself. Basil calls it a first law, saying the waters learned to flow, not by instinct, but by obedience. Ephraim adds, the seas weren't salty until they were gathered. He says, they were sweet when scattered across the earth. But when collected into one place, they became salty, so they wouldn't stagnate. This salt preserved the order of nature, allowing rivers to flow into the sea without flooding the land. St. Augustine teaches that this moment reflects order being brought from formless matter. Let the water be gathered. That's the formation of what we now see as oceans. Let the dry land appear. That's when matter finally took on the form of visible earth. Origen gives a spiritual layer. Let us gather the waters under heaven, our sins, so that the dry land, our good deeds, may appear. Gregory of Nyssa cautions against asking how this happened. Even the saints considered the how of creation a mystery. God's will alone is enough. It becomes reality the moment he speaks. Chrysostom says God waited to name things until they were perfected. Like a craftsman waits until his work is shaped, God named the seas only after placing them in their proper place. John of Damascus clarifies that gathered into one place didn't mean one geographical spot, but rather a unified separation of waters into distinct seas. Thomas says this verse shows the third day's formation. Water was gathered and the earth received its visible form. Tertullian notes, God didn't say, let the land be made, only let it appear, because it had already been created, but was waiting to be revealed. So what do we learn from Genesis 1:9? That beauty and order come from submission to God's will, that what's hidden can be revealed, and that even the chaos of waters serves a divine purpose. Follow for more verse-by-verse commentary from the Church Fathers and Saints.